Happy Wednesday. We've made it halfway through the week. How are you all doing? Still getting over the cough, but otherwise, doing fine. How about everyone out there in the world? Being back at work, however, you know, it's all right. I wouldn't rate it super highly, but between you and me and the gatepost, I was getting a little bit bored. I'm sorry to say, it had kind of reached that point in time off where I was kinda like a little bit, go on, little bit looking forward to going back to the office. Okay, for whatever reason, my left hand just goes wild. I'm not going to say totally looking forward to going back to the office, but enough that I didn't hate the fact that I had to go back. That said, I really enjoyed not having to go back on a Monday. I took the Monday off. Highly recommend. Howdy, Drift King. How you doing? How's things? How's the world of our Drift King this week? I was just saying that I highly recommend coming back to the office or, school or whatever you can on a Tuesday. If you've got leave, take that extra Monday off. It's brilliant. I always liked that when I was, a school kid. If it was we went back from holidays on a Tuesday, it just felt like it was nicer. But, you know, I'm doing all right. I'm still getting, I'm still getting a little bit over COVID. I still, like, I don't have COVID. I haven't been positive for a week, but I've still got this lingering cough that just is my friend now, basically, for at least a little bit longer. I had a bad cough for you know the same for a while last time I got COVID as well. So this is just how I have COVID. Apparently, I'm not super excited about that just being my life, but is what it is. But I'm glad that I had the. As much as I didn't like COVID, I was very pleased that I had the time outside of the office, even if it was due to illness, and then I had the leave afterwards. It did work out quite well. I don't think. I think it worked out well in the sense that I needed that extra week to get over it, but I wasn't quite sick enough to warrant staying home, and I could still kind of enjoy the time off as well. So it worked out quite well. But tonight we are looking at detective stuff. I'm becoming a duck. Just briefly. Just for a little bit. I'm going to become a duck and a detective. Because I'm not either. I'm a fox, obviously, as you can see. And I'm not a detective. I work in an architecture office. Not many detectives do that. But tonight we're going to change both of those. Well, I guess an undercover detective could if there's some sort of architecture crime. Is that a thing? That they need to bust wide open? Let's open it up. Let's jump into it. This is quite a short game from what I've heard. I've made a point of not having any kind of involvement or watching any videos or streams about this game being played. Oh, that's right. It's not on Xbox. It's on Steam. Because I think they gave it away for free when it first launched. Let's go. So we've got this. We've got a duck foot for a cursor, which is brilliant. Can I make you not a weird resolution? Yes. Lovely. Dyslexic font? No, I should be fine. Okay. Let me just check something with the old model real quick first. And then we'll jump right into it. Tell you what, the music is lovely. Oh, that's meant to be 0.2. Yep. Maybe we make that 1, so it's not quite as dark. Excuse the redness for a second. We're just trying to reduce how dark it gets when there's no color input, while still retaining a little bit of it. Okay, let's jump into it. Oh, it's made by Happy Broccoli? That's brilliant. Now, I think this game is voice acted, but we'll find out. Would you like to auto-advance? Let's say no. Let's go detective mode, because we are a detective. I mean, it's in the stream title.
Life wasn't easy. I was a freshly divorced duck, not able to pay next month's rent. Not that I had paid for it this month yet. My brain felt foggy, and I was trying to remember, where did all my money go?
Tough.
I had to retrace last night's steps.
Don't tell me you lost it on the tables or something. Okay, so deductions, get it? Is there a duck? Are a vital part of detective work. Find clue words by questioning persons and inspecting your surroundings. Enter clue words into the blank spaces to solve deductions. Spent his rent. Okay, so now we need to find out what we spent it on.
I won't be needing this badge anymore. I guess I can keep it as a souvenir. My new job as the duck detective isn't going any better, though.
So we're a recently divorced duck detective who was also a cop at one point.
Well, if things keep going badly, I could always sell it online. No messages.
I didn't even notice it. It's kind of like a Paper Mario kind of environment.
I can't believe Anna actually filed the divorce papers. Second overdue notice. I wonder at what point they start kicking people out.
He sighs.
I took that photo of her in a secluded tulip field. We spoke for hours under the stars. And now, she doesn't even answer my texts. This fresh smell. Oh, sweet, spongy
Of course the duck
loaf.
loves bread.
I have everything I need to solve this now.
So I think we spent the rent money. Duck detective and his last money on tulips for Anna, I guess. Hold on bread for duck detective. There we go. I didn't know you could use them twice.
Not my proudest moment. But the toast helps me to forget.
Oh, you can have it toasted.
Anna! I'm a different duck now.
Honest, take me back, Anna.
I haven't had a slice of bread in weeks. You have to believe me!
I'm sorry, Duck Detective. Honest.
Oh. Yeah, you're speaking to the duck detective. Let's discuss this in person. Now, be there in an hour.
So bread is like crack, apparently, which is interesting. The hit bus. Interesting.
I spent more than half of my remaining cash on the bus fare. And here I was, in front of their bus office. I better crack this case, or I won't even have enough money to make it back home.
No pressure.
New bus route starting in August. Visit the scenic mountains of Salsiccia.
Salsiccia.
I'd always tell Anna we'd go there one day.
I do really like the art style. Yeah, there's something very nice about that kind of simple 3D world with a 2D kind of plank of a character in it. Oh, what's this koala up to? How you going, mate?
I'm staying here until I get my money back. Bear bus? Huh, more like scam bus.
Got him.
You, sound unhappy.
You bet I am. Their stupid buses always arrive late. I came back from a work trip to the west and arrived here at 3 in the morning.
Okay, that's rough. Good morning, and good. How are you?
And they don't even want to give me a refund.
How much did you pay?
Too smart. But that's not the point. It's about the principle.
Principle. Every time you say "Good morning, furries" on inadequate on Twitter, I feel the need to say like "Good morning, Charlie" or something like that, with some sort of Charlie's Angels gif or something. Oop, let's get around this pole. How are you doing, Inadequate? How's the week been treating you so far?
This office looks like it'll worsen my depression.
Oh, that's not ideal. There's a bison over there, I think. Oh, yeah. Hopefully not, like, stressfully so. Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
I could already tell based on her face that the receptionist was a tough one. She wouldn't make life easy for me, but I had to make my way into the office.
Before you jump into that, I do want to show this off to someone. So, I figured out what I want to do for not tomorrow's, but like next week's stream. Because we've got this, hopefully it's finished this stream. And then Forza on Friday, and then we've got Still Wakes the Deep on Saturday. So then next week, I want to start this. Some Jalan Wake remastered. And I wanted to show it off because I'm incredibly proud of how good it looks. I know it's like just a Photoshop, but it looks legit. I think. So that will hopefully be next week. And then at some point in the future, I also want to do this. I want to play the Hitman games at some point too. I'm incredibly proud of both of them. This was my Monday. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't figure out what, so I was like, I'll just make some cover photos. Some title cards. That's the word for it. To use in future streams, and also kind of as a way to figure out what I want future streams to be. Okay, let's speak to... Sorry.
I'm the Duck Detective. I'm here to investigate a case.
Okay. Do you work here?
No.
Well, then I can't let you in.
But I've been hired by someone from their bus.
Who hired you?
I didn't catch their name.
Listen, buddy. You better get out of here, or I'll have to call security.
Well, we don't want that. We don't want security.
There's always more to people than you might think. I should take a closer look and figure out what she's about.
Let's figure things out. Use a magnifying glass to uncover Sorry, to find clues and press A to uncover them. E-chain, boy band, K-pop fan. Name tag, last name, Winthamer? Is sad. A sad K-pop fan, the worst kind. Oh, is that KTS? Okay, clever. Cunning, even. Go on. I swear to God, if someone steals my mug... Oh, I can probably just do it from here. I'll end them, okay. Suggestions, okay, suggestions. Don't steal that person's mug. Laura from CS, Counter-Strike, is way too loud. I can hear her keyboard all the way to my desk. Oh, you gotta get a... Laura. Okay, well, maybe that's the name? It's Sophie's birthday. It's Thursday, just saying. What else are we missing here? The fourth thing. Case of Laura's stolen birthday. Maybe what happened is Laura is actually like 5, and someone blew out her candles before she could. Didn't I catch that before? Yeah, oh, I caught birthday before.
These are quite mundane.
Wow,
I'm
because I'm
surprised nobody wrote something more scandalous.
in the suggestion box? It's important to work out the suspect's name to crack the case. Enter their first and last name into the slots below their portrait in your journal's suspect page. I wonder if she is, because she's sad. She's Winthomer. Is it Sophie? Yeah, because she's sad because no one remembered her birthday. Sorry. The 7th, today. Smiley face, happy. Giraffe, cute. Okay, giraffes are cute. Good to
Tomorrow
know.
is Friday. Need to remember to collect my dry cleaning. I should be able to figure out what's going on with her. I need to check my notes in the...
Deduction section. The entrance. Sophie is feeling sad because nobody has stolen her birthday. Gaming. I'm a detective.
Ah, that's why she's making such a face. I should try and cheer her up.
By
It's locked.
giving her a good stream or something.
I literally just told you need to stay.
Sorry, Sophie.
You're still here?
I'm just here to wish you a happy birthday.
How did you know?
I'm a detective.
Just another one of
The deductions is a
Detective's
brilliant
great
pun.
deductions.
It's really good. Also, the voice acting is really good. Yeah, I don't expect someone... I don't know how to describe his voice, but so... noir to come out of that duck's mouth.
Huh? Anyway, that was really nice of you.
Thank you.
No one else remembered. Can you believe it? If you know my birthday, you must have a connection to someone here. Here's the key card to the office.
Hell yeah. I hope this becomes like a ongoing series. Like there's more games in it or
The
something?
stained carpets and peeling wallpaper exuded a stench of stale coffee and abandoned dreams. I knew I couldn't stay long, or it would rub off on me.
Now, this is the last straw! The Redderson needs to be fired!
I'll see what I can do. Who are you? Do you have a problem? If you have one, just call our damn hotline.
I'm Eugene McQuacklin, the detective.
Ah, Eugene McQuacklin. I love you.
The client hired me to investigate a case.
Why didn't you just say so? It's time we put an end to the awful lunch theft. All we need to fire him is some evidence for the upper management. I'll be in my office.
There was a note about someone stealing.
First, I had to find out who works here and what their jobs are. I needed to find my client as well. Thankfully, I remembered the piece of paper I had in my jacket from taking notes during the call.
Hey, Wolf, how you doing? Welcome on in. I feel like I remember. Like, this guy's voice sounds familiar. So we don't have any names. Yeah? How come? Keep knocking those over.
The two desks on this side look unused.
Oh, I wonder what that indicates. Insomniac? No, I was gonna say probably more stress than anything else. Oh, no, Red Bull. You reckon dedicated? Oh, that's not fun. I'm sorry to hear that, Wolf.
This is Fairbus. How can I help you? This is the third time you're calling. I'm telling you, your ex-wife did not cancel your booking.
She, looks busy.
Sorry to hear that. Sounds like it's been a rough time over there. Me and sexy alien? What? Which COD are you playing? Oh, are you playing the new one that just came to Game
Wonder
Pass?
if there are clues to her password. I don't think I have enough information to crack.
Knocking over the paper baskets, I'm the worst. Ah, damn it.
It's a list of all the bus drivers. The most busy driver out of all four seems to be Petrovich.
Lovely enunciation there, Doc Detective. Expensive West currency. Ooh. High quality salami. I don't know what else I can look at, Mr. Detective. Because I've got to, like, pause a little bit over it. So I can, like, tweak to the fact that I've actually found something or not. Can't back out either, so we're stuck here until we find this clue. 7 times Mr. Brandenburg 30 watt, or whatever you want to call it, extra pepper salami for a total of 210 watts. I do like the noir soundtrack. It is nice. Obviously incredibly appropriate given the duck detective subject matter. Oh, here we go. Spotless, good condition.
That's a lot of salami.
We'll get back to the salami fiend behind us. Hollandaise. Is it a station? I was gonna say it's a sauce, but anyway. Escargot. Brazil. Okay, so all of them. Sicilica? I think it was before. Escargot. And Brazil.
Their buses don't go very far.
You there, sir. Sorry, ma'am. Damn, burning up Laura already, huh? Thick glasses, huge nerd. Oh, bad eyesight. That was close.
I'm the only one here in the operating office. Can you imagine? I plan all the bus routes and make sure the buses are on time.
Sounds like you're not doing a good job about it.
Isn't that so cool?
There's a lot of coffee behind you.
Don't you have an angry customer shouting outside about the buses being late?
Really?
Just take a quick break as we wait for the ads to finish up. Get a drink. I advise you to do the same. Oh, look at you going to do some work. I salute you, sir. Godspeed and good luck, Inadequate. If I don't see you again tonight, I hope to see you on Friday. Oh, we haven't done 5 deductions, we're doing 5 inspection. Rage Uncaged. Kick over all the bins at the Bear Bus office. Well, we've been doing pretty well on that so far. Do you reckon they are called... Would ducks in a row work as a thing? In the Duck Detective universe? Isn't ducks in a row kind of to do with hunting of ducks or something like that? Or like, at least with the, oh, what's the word? Like, farming of ducks? I would have thought it was uncouth to reference it, you know? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's very couth. All the couth kids. Oh, excuse me. All the couth kids reference it. Yeah, that's all fine. I think we're fine with leaving it on off auto advanced dialogue. So far, this game has a great art style. I really like the 3D mixed with like the cardboard cutout of the characters. Fantastic voice acting. The duck in particular is really good. And just a great soundtrack in the background too. Which I hope isn't copyrighted, because if it is, that'll be annoying. Okay, let's get back to it. No, we don't want to give them that. What's over here? What's this over here? A cat that's happy. Insert photo here. Freddy sucks. Got him. But with a post-its, probably Rufus Sedaris. Employee of the month is Rufus Sedaris.
I'm not sure I'd feel particularly appreciated.
No, I wouldn't either, Duck Detective. Or Duck Detective. Her Ernest.
The dimly lit room seemed to promise well-kept secrets and rumors.
I'll be with you in a second, sir. Firstly, gonna knock that over.
It's a letter for an application for a promotion to senior customer service agent, signed by L. Angst.
It's a fantastic name, L. Angst. Kid, identical age, twins. This is safe. And it's a high quality frame.
Is it normal to have a huge painting of your family in your office?
I guess.
What
maybe
are you doing with my family's portrait?
Sorry.
just admiring it, sir?
What a fancy nameplate. It says Ernst.
Ernst, sorry. Ernst, Herr Ernst. Type in. Branch manager. Ooh la la. A family man. No belt, interestingly.
Detective work isn't easy.
Under
The
details.
thing that bothered me in particular was... Did I really inspect it? It's important to talk to everyone. I always had the option to check the map.
Oh, that's how we get to it. Okay. So he is Herr Ernst. I wonder if this is Laura Angst. Yeah. And this is. Oh, so that's not Laura. Is this Freddie? Fredofferson? Oh, nailed it. That was just a complete guess. Rufus Ernst? No. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. What does this say at? You can't look at it? Damn.
Was it you who called me?
No, I never heard of you before.
That's unusual.
It's good you're here, since there has been some unrest.
What do you know about Laura Angst?
Oh, she's a fantastic employee. She basically does the work of 5 people. How are the detective things going, Mr. Detective?
It's Mr. McQuacklin.
Right. Apologies. Are you planning on staying in my office much longer?
I'll have to inspect.
Well, hurry up.
Thank you for your service, Herr Ernst. I feel like this is probably the scene of the
In
crime.
here must be the crime scene. First, I want to find out who the people in the office are. It will make things easier. I'll need to remember to write everything down.
In the deduction. Ms. Angst.
I need to ask you some questions.
Thank you, Sarybot.
No, I'm sorry. You can't take your 12 trombones on the bus. What? Can't you see I'm talking to a customer? It's company policy. Nothing I can do. Goodbye.
Do you know anything about who called me here?
What are you talking? Listen, I have a million more emails to answer, and there are 50 people in the phone queue. I have worked 10 days in a row, including 3 night shifts. And Manfred still doesn't want to give me a raise! Just leave me in peace!
So...
This is Bearbus. Your Yarn ball is
Not the
still
yarn
on
ball.
the bus.
Cat furries.
Which route were you on?
So this chap is Manfred.
I shouldn't go out. I need to find out that I remember to write. The PC is on, but they only have a single person answer. That's surprising.
So Sophie the giraffe works as neither. Manfred, and he is branch manager. Laura the cat works in customer service, so I guess. And the crocodile, well, Freddy works in the operating office. I mean, your customer service also? No. Let's just see if we can ask the giraffe anything more.
What can you tell me about...
Laura needs to chill out. I do love her, but if she keeps living like this, she'll have a heart attack by 23.
So, do you have an idea who would have hired me?
It's about the incident, isn't it? Sorry. No idea.
Thank you for your time.
I'm I don't understand why such a small office needs a reception.
we
I'm
go.
just here to keep the angry customers out.
That was what we needed.
Now that I had worked out these names, I was ready to check out the crime scene. Let's see where that lunch got stolen from. Then I could finally talk to my client.
Well, assuming we can find your client, Mr. Detective. Because currently we haven't yet.
As soon as I entered the kitchen, the comforting waft of cheap white toast entered
Control yourself,
my
Detective.
nostrils.
We don't want you relapsing on bread.
I knew I had to stay strong. This wasn't what I was here for.
Stop eating the icing! Can't you wait a couple hours?
Margaret, if it wasn't for these pants almost bursting, I'd have this for breakfast every day.
Yes, yes, and you can have it and so much more later, when we're done preparing.
Oh, is this Sophie's birthday cake, perhaps, that we're seeing?
Yes, dear?
I'm
Constructed
Eugene
D.
McQuacklin, detective, and I need to ask some questions.
A detective? How exciting! What's the most gruesome murder you've seen? How many dead bodies have you encountered?
The 5 little pigs, the teething turtles, leave.
That's an inappropriate question.
I meant to do this first. She's divorced. She's making something. Impeccable hair. Margaret? What's all this then? Thanks for the food. The salami bandit. Sharp claws. Lightning pattern. What can you tell me about the salami bandit?
This note is curious.
I do like how they get more realistic when you put them under the magnifying glass. That is a nice touch. Janitor? I was thinking he was a mechanic. I'm clearly off my face. Star Trek fan? That was close.
Gross. I doubt they washed their hands after leaving that greasy handprint.
Surely you must have some interesting stories.
5 little pigs or teething turtles? I mean, teething turtles is, what's the word? Alliterative.
I almost died that one time when I got myself into trouble with the Teething Turtles Mafia. That incident taught me to stay away from beautiful ladies in red.
Good to know.
Did they break your kneecaps?
Huh? No! You can see that I can walk just fine.
Sorry to disappoint.
Surely you must have some
Okay,
interesting
5
stories.
little pigs then.
No one died, but I investigated a case once where 5 little pigs robbed a bank. Caught them red-handed and got myself an article in the Goose Times. They called it the piggy bank case.
Nice. Goose times. Nice.
Did someone get shot?
What? No!
Beaten up?
Do you know anyone here who could have hired me?
To be honest, everyone was quite shocked by the lunch theft. And no one told me they've called a detective. I don't know what's going on at all.
Calm down, man.
What do you think of Sophie Windheimer?
She doesn't have the easiest life, you know. She just had a terrible breakup with her ex. But don't tell anyone.
Okay, so
Can you
she's a bit
tell
of a
me
gossip,
anything
it
about
sounds like.
Laura Angst?
Oh, she's such a hard-working girl. I heard she secretly studies for her online bachelor's during work. You need to keep this a secret, though.
Thank you for your service, ma'am.
Dishwasher's broken again. What's wrong with these youngsters? Don't know how to treat things with respect? Why would they put the mugs in face up?
That is a good question.
I'm a private detective, and I'm here to investigate a
And
case.
the fridge door is actually in my beak slightly.
Is that so?
I need to find my client. Do you know who it could be?
Freddy's a bit of a weird one, so I'd imagine he would call detective. Personally, I feel we're doing just fine, and don't need no messing about our business around here.
Do you, Mr. Penguin? Do you?
Do you get along with Manfred Ernst?
He's a stubborn one. I do respect that.
What about Freddy
Would you say
Fredderson?
you enjoy Freddy Fredderson's, company?
If anyone needs to learn to respect their elders, it's that moron.
Are you one of the elders, sir? Halloween is cancelled? Halloween party is cancelled. Interesting. Hungry? Get your own lunch. Looking for editor unpaid? Sophie and Laura partying.
Office parties are a... They stopped doing them at the precinct after the,
Jam
incident. The PC is on. They only have a single person. That's surprising.
Okay, so I can't bust into her computer, unfortunately.
What do you know about Manfred Ernst?
I think he likes me. He's the only one who doesn't shout at me.
Do you have any idea who picked me to investigate?
No idea, but I'm so happy you're here. I have a copy of your book. The early bird catches
I'm an
the
author?
criminal. Can you sign it?
Of course.
Yeah, I guess so.
Woo! Thanks so much, Mr. Duck Detective. I won't ever forget this. This will become a core memory.
Oh, that was a bit gruesome. Sorry about that. Need to work on that one. Let's go outside. There was someone outside. A bison or something. Each duck has a unique footprint.
The cold air ruffled my feathers, and I wondered what kind of sorry soul was standing all alone in the rain.
Four-person nose. Okay. Handsome pockets, bad manners. Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe it's just cold. Boris.
Hey man, this isn't the bus stop. You'll have to walk south to the central bus station.
What? I'm not here to take a bus.
And you're really in the wrong spot.
I'm investigating a case here at Bearbus.
Oh, do you mean the lunch that got stolen?
Yes.
Exactly. You know who called me?
Nah, too busy minding my own business. I don't talk much with the customer service folks.
What do you think of Sophie Windheimer?
Man, I wish she'd let me talk to her.
Okay, so he's got the
Do
hots
you,
for Sophie.
like Freddie Frederson?
He's a pretty funny dude. Loves to rant about detective novels.
You'll never guess what I just did. Made him increasingly insufferable. By signing
Someone left their bag here. Ugh. It's full of dirty gym clothes.
Add me the case files. Duffel bag. Not just any duffel bag. A duffel bag full of dirty gym clothes. I don't think there's anything else we can do out here. The client. I reckon Freddy hired because his lunch was okay, because his mug was a coworker known as I don't know, that's the Vod-mander? Okay, well that's a lot wrong. I haven't met a oh wait, no, we have met a sheep. That was this lady. Margaret Whitlock. And he is Rufus Sederson, the Employee of the Month, which means this is Boris Petrovich. Okay, so we don't know what that is. And we know that Margaret, the sheep, works in customer service. Penguin Rufus is the janitor. And Boris the buffalo is the bus driver.
Now that I had everyone's name and job, it would be easier to figure out what was going on.
Why is there only one bus driver when they've got 4 bus stops? I mean, that's not a huge amount of bus stops, of course, but it is 4. There's another... Yeah, there is another kind of room on the other side of reception. Let's go check that out.
It says server. It's locked.
Are you able to help out?
Oh my god. I love these KTS memes Laura keeps sending me.
What kind of a person is Boris Petrovich?
Ugh, I don't know what I saw in him.
Yes, it is. I decided not to go for the cheap views.
I mean, I guess he's good looking,
Oh my
but
god.
my God, is he boring.
How are you getting on with Margaret Whitlock?
She's sweet and all, but she can't keep her mouth shut. It seems like the office knows more about my personal life than me.
Okay, I had a feeling that Margaret was a bit of a gossip. Doesn't everything say 95% of its genetic makeup with bananas? Like, don't we as well?
What is your relationship with Sophie Windheimer?
Excuse me for a second. Oh man, I don't know how I'd survive the office without her. Sucks that she's at the reception. I would have loved to have her in the office. I'm back. Yes, please collect your toddler from the bus station.
Yes, that would be much appreciated.
Can you tell me more about Freddie Frederson?
Let me put you on hold while I find the route for you. Freddy? He gets paid more than me. Can you imagine that? What an incompetent waste of office space.
So I'm getting you're not a fan of Freddy's.
Hello, this is Laura again. I checked the bus routes and found that...
What do you think about
Oh, he's a great guy. I just wish I'd finally get a raise. Yes, sorry, this is Bear Bus. Your bus will be 3 hours late.
Oof. In this weather too? That's
This
rough.
is Bear Bus. How can I... Ugh, this is the 3rd time you're calling. I'm telling you, your ex-wife did not cancel your booking.
She
is busy.
What can you tell me about Margaret Whitlock?
She gets really angry with me when I don't return mugs to the kitchen.
Why don't you just return them?
I do! Just not every day.
There's a lot of mugs behind you, Freddy.
Is this your bag?
Huh? No, mine's over there.
The one with all the salami?
Yeah,
Why do you need so much salami?
that's not mine. It was just there. A really nice surprise.
Huh?
Do you get along with Boris Petrovich?
He's a chill guy. I take the bus sometimes to go to bouldering conventions.
Oh, he's a
and then we get
boulderer.
to chat.
Let's check on her Ernst skin.
What can you tell me about Boris Petrovich?
He's not the most reliable worker. But it's difficult finding replacements nowadays.
In this economy?
What is Rufus Sedaris like?
Not the greatest janitor, but
It's difficult.
he came
Nope,
with the building.
He came with the building. You know you can't take the pond out of the duck? I didn't. But then again, I wasn't questioning that before, so... That's kind of on me. Freddy? I reckon it is Freddy. Hide the duck because... his lunch was stolen? By the salami bandit? His heart? His bag was stolen by... Oh, what changed there? 2 of 3 fewer things. Was it Bear Bus as a whole? No. Someone hired the duck detective because his or her blank was stolen by a co-worker known as blank. It can't be anything but the salami bandit, right? Otherwise, why would they hire me? I don't think it's birthday. The thing is, I don't actually know what's wrong. Oh, there you go. Figured it out.
So it was Laura who called me. I needed to discuss the case with her.
Oh yeah, because it was Laura's lunchbox.
You're my client? Why didn't you tell me?
Can I put you on hold for a second? What? Well, you should have told me. You're the duck detective.
What are you? I'm a duck. I'm wearing a trench coat.
It's a fair point, he is.
So, is Freddy getting fired or what?
I'm, working on it.
Ugh, it can't be that hard. Sorry, I'm back. Yes, let me walk you through the booking process.
It was time that I found out what they were planning in the kitchen.
I think they're planning the birthday in the kitchen. I think Margaret is planning for Sophie. Surprise birthday party. Nailed it.
Margaret was planning a surprise birthday party for Sophie. I see. They didn't actually forget her birthday.
Let's go speak to them now. Or Margaret, I should say. Sup, Maggie? Contrary to popular belief, most ducks don't file their taxes. The nerve of those ducks.
Do you know whose bag this is?
Isn't that Freddy's?
Are you getting along?
You know, the two of us are from the older generation.
Older generation.
Which means we understand each other well. He is quite harsh towards the younger ones, though.
Can I just talk to you now?
Surely you must have some interesting stories.
Okay, that's
That's
that.
an inappropriate question.
That'll teach you.
That'll take.
What is your relationship with Margaret Whitlock?
You know, the lady behind me.
Ah, she's a true sweetheart. We have our weekly mahjong.
Oh, mahjong. Culture.
Do you know anything about this bag?
Why are you going around pushing bags into people's faces? Ugh, what's that awful smell?
It's,
Dirty chick. Is there anything we can make out in here? No, I've done all of that we can. We looked at
It's a list of all the most busy
yeah,
drives.
Petrovich. Done all that there. Is there something we can say to Sophie? And this is still
It
locked.
says it's locked.
Why don't you unlock it?
I can't leave now. I need to solve the...
I was hoping to... Oh, we'll speak to Boris. Maybe if there's something we can ask him. Wouldn't count on it, but maybe.
What do you know about Rufus Sedaris?
Sedaris is a cool last name. I like it.
I don't think he likes me very much, to be honest. But then, doesn't feel like he likes anyone at this office. Except for Margaret, I guess. Do you think they have a thing going on?
I don't work here.
I thought you were a detective.
Not that kind of
Do
thing.
you know anything about this bag?
Oh, it's really strange. Things in it disappeared. And others appeared. Very suspicious.
What are you even talking about?
What indeed?
Is this your bag?
No.
Everyone here is being really unhelpful.
Saying that right in front of the guy. Hey, you're being really unhelpful. Is it... Did they pick up... Someone is being by someone else because... Ready? pick up the blue word. Being suspicious? By Lauren? Or Laura? Freddy is being seen, heard, stolen. Oh, Freddy's being framed by Boris? Or possibly by Rufus? No. Okay, Freddy is being framed by Laura. No. Wonder. I think what Boris was saying is like that was Boris's salami. He bought the salami, the good stuff. And it's a magical bag because the salami was in it, but now there's gym clothes in it. So I think there's like an element of not quite being framed, but almost, you know? No, it's not suspicious. That doesn't work in the context. So it's definitely framed because everything else doesn't decrease it. It's gotta be Freddy. Salami? No. Good with a shot. Freddy's being framed by Bear Bus. Hello. Family man, divorce. Laura from CS is way too. I can hear her keyboard all the way from my desk. That must be Freddy there. So Rufus's stuff is still there, so is Margaret's. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that we haven't got yet. $1-ish. Or one sh. Okay. We're clearly missing some stuff, but I can't see anything else to check out. I also don't know how to get into the other office. The server room, I should say. No, I can't duck down there. Can't open the bins. Knock over water bottles, but that doesn't help. It is fun. Not helpful. Ducks can breathe underwater for up to 72 hours. I think you're lying.
The two desks on this side look unused.
Room for expansion.
The PC is on. They only have us. That's surprising.
Hoping to, like, have a way to access things. Try the password.
Rose, I doubt they washed their...
Don't like... Because there's a dark orange and an orange, and I'm wondering if there's, like, different levels of understanding almost? Like, if you go back again, can you get a deeper understanding of who they are? I guess not. I think I've spoken to everyone at this point. In terms of, like, showing them all the clues we've got.
What a fancy. It says
Ernst. Ernst is a cool name.
it's a letter for an application for a promotion to senior, signed by L.
Ducks migrate thousands of miles in winter to escape your whining. I don't whine too much about winter. I quite enjoy winter. It's not being framed by Boris. Because Boris picked up that. They're being framed by... No. Like, I feel like Rufus works, right? A hungry bag. Picked up the wrong lunch? That doesn't seem right. Yeah. The wrong X. Freddy is being framed by Laura because Freddy picked up the wrong mug. It's possible. He's currently using Laura's mug. The surprise mug. Right mug. The hungry mug. So clearly email comes into it. It's got to be to do with his bag. No, it can't be Margaret. She likes him too much. I'm loath to use a hint. I can press down on the D-pad at any time. I just don't particularly want to.
It's a
Okay,
list
that's
of
the
the
bus
most
drivers thing. I've done it 3 times now. Hasn't changed. Not once, surprisingly. I know that the ducks don't file their taxes. I'm as shocked as you are, game. Outraged, even.
I don't understand what. I'm just here to keep the.
I think we've literally got everything. Which means, in theory, I've got all the clues to answer the case.
Detective work isn't easy.
Under detail.
The thing that bothered me in particular was
The
to
culprit.
figure out the situation about the culprit. I had to consider. I was wondering who was involved in this business. I had to consider that not all identities were known yet. I was sure they'd come to light at a later point. I needed to work out what Fredersen has to do with all.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can do currently, so we have to figure out what Fredersen has to do with this. Freddy is being framed by Boris because... Rufus. Alright, no. Boris picked up the wrong bag. Which means Freddy is being framed, but by whomst? Not by Bear Bus. Framed is the only one that fits in that spot. Heard might? Or is being heard by Freddy because... No, that doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. Boris being framed by Freddy? By Rufus. No. Right lunch. It's definitely bag. Just these three. We don't know which one is wrong and which one is right. The fact that they're being framed indicates that someone is kind of masterminding this, but I just don't know what that means. And there's no other, like, dialogue.
Oh! How are you, Mr. Duck Detective?
Yeah. Just ends. I need to access this computer. Me and sexy aliens. That's got to do with the sci-fi that... Okay, well, we got that done.
Yes,
I have a feeling you're not enjoying my company.
not particularly.
I was hoping that... I need to try and find the key. I feel like the server room is the answer to all of this. It's just, I don't know how to get into the server room.
Surely you must have some interesting stories.
No one. I
We've done
got
this
them
before.
red-handed. They
Okay.
called it.
Did someone get
What? No.
beaten?
Oh, a lot of paper bins around here. Oh, a lot of paper bins, actually. Why is there 2 paper bins in the kitchen? One of them would have to be a regular bin, surely. I think Freddy is being framed. Boris picked up the wrong bag, but who are they being framed by? That'd be Margaret.
Detective work isn't easy.
Under the details? Thank
The
you.
thing that bothered me in particular was to figure out the situation about the culprit.
The important objects.
What objects? I had to check again which objects the people involved interacted with. I had to take into consideration who the note in the fridge was signed by, and why they decided to take action. I had a feeling something bigger.
Freddy is being framed by the Salami Bandit. Because Boris picked up the wrong lunch? Oh wait, because Freddy picked up the wrong... Something is really not working out here. That's definitely a bear bus. The duck detective. We're doing it. We're trying to get some more business. I definitely think it's Freddy being framed by someone. Because Boris picked up the wrong bag, but there's 2 or fewer things are wrong. 2 or fewer, though, could mean there's only 1 thing wrong. I don't think he's framing himself. There's a lot of combinations, that's the thing. Freddy's being framed by... Did Sophie pick up the wrong lunch? No. The hungry lunch. The surprise lunch? The wrong X, the wrong mug. It's not easy to know what's right and what's wrong. No way to... We need to get into here.
The PC is on. They'll get surprised.
And I think to do that, we need some more stories? To like try and entice Margaret to give us access to the computer?
What are you doing with my...
Sorry.
That'll teach you. If we can get in there, that might also reveal something. Maybe there's something the server room access isn't in there. We are trying to find out. We, the Duck Detective, have been hired by Laura, this overworked call center worker down here, to determine who stole her lunch. She seems to think that Freddy Fredderson...
Gross. I doubt
Nope.
they washed...
This lunch right here was stolen. Who dares steal? Well, we're trying to figure that out. Laura is convinced that it is Freddy. This crocodile over here who works in scheduling. He does have a weird bag full of salami over here. But I don't think that's... I think he's being set up by someone. We did finish Jowl.
It says it's locked.
It was a weird ending. I'm not sure I liked it that much, the ending. It was a bummer that we didn't get to use the poncho too much. I would have liked to find that earlier, but I should have looked it up. That's my fault. Okay, let's ask some people some questions again. What's your opinion on Boris?
Do you get along with Boris Petrovich?
He's a chill guy. I take the bus sometimes to go to bouldering conventions, and then we get to chat.
He goes to the bus bouldering conventions, which means I imagine he exercises, which might be why there's dirty gym clothes in the old bag. And what's your opinion on Freddy?
Can you tell me more about...
Let me put you on hold while I find the route for you. Freddy? He gets paid more than me. imagine that? What an incompetent waste of office space! Hello, this is Laura again. I checked.
I wonder. Is Freddy being framed by Laura? Because Boris picked up the wrong bag? Can't be anything but framed for that one. But I don't know what else. I mean, the one benefit about me being in other people's workspace, because I'm gluten intolerant, I can't really eat other people's lunches, particularly if it's a sandwich. What? What's your opinion on Boris?
What can you tell?
He's not the most reliable worker, but it's difficult to find.
Okay, so you want to get rid of him, but you can't replace him.
What is Rufus Sedaris?
Not the greatest janitor. He came with the building.
Okay, so you're not a fan of either, but if I remember correctly, you're a fan of
What do you know
hers.
about Laura?
Oh, she's a fantastic employee. She basically does the work of 5 people.
Okay, thank you, Ernst.
Do you know whose bag this is?
Isn't that Freddy's?
Okay, so it's Freddy's bag, probably. What's your opinion of
Would
Freddy?
you say you enjoy Freddy Frederson's, company?
Huh. If anyone needs to learn to respect their elders, it's that moron.
Like, Freddy is not a popular man in the office. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's definitely part of it. Like, when we came in, she was asking the boss, her Ernst, why he wasn't fired yet. So I don't know if that was because of the sandwich or something else, but not a fan. I need to work on why this arm here is just going woo. What is your opinion on... Okay, none of those work. My arm do be arming sometimes. Like if I have it just slightly to the left of the leap motion, woo! It goes hard.
How are you getting on with?
She's sweet and all, but she can't keep her mouth shut. It seems like the office knows more about my
Oof.
personal life than me.
What is your favorite film of the year? I mean, I haven't seen that many. The favorite film that's come out this year for me would be Dune Part 2. Or at least was in cinemas this year, was Dune Part 2. Let's just check on Boris Petrovich.
Do you, like Freddy Frederson?
He's a pretty funny dude. Loves to rant about detective novels.
Yes, they're friendly.
What do you know about Rufus Sedaris?
I don't think he likes me very much, to be honest. But then, doesn't feel like he likes anyone at this office. Except for Margaret, I guess. Do you think they have a thing going on?
I don't work here.
I thought you were a detective.
Yeah, that's out next week, right? I'm not too fussed by it. I've never been a huge fan of the Marvel stuff. And it does feel... I mean, the Deadpool stuff, to me, always felt a little bit... What's the word? Like it tries too hard. You know? I know that's a weird kind of complaint. I think Freddy's being framed by... Or is it Boris? Being framed by Rufus? Because Freddy took the wrong... Like, it can't be anything else. Nothing else fits properly. Like, he can't be is being suspicious. Boris isn't being stolen by Rufus. Right? That doesn't make sense. Boris is being seen by Rufus because Freddy picked up the wrong bag. That doesn't make sense either. And heard either. Framed is the only one that works grammatically. Like, fits in that sentence. Well, the ads are on, so I'm going to take this moment to just kind of think for a second. Okay. He's got bad eyesight. No, but it's back down to 2, though. Like, it's still on 2, regardless of... If I go to Laura, it's still on 2. Bear Bus, it changes. Manfred. Margaret. Doc Detective. So this is wrong. But that is right. So it's these 2 that are wrong. I think. Because being framed by X because Y picked up the... It can't be right, because then why would it be being framed? Surprise doesn't work. Hungry definitely doesn't work. That's an adjective. You can't pick up an email. I don't think you can pick up an X in this context. Mug could work. Yeah, that doesn't work there. That takes it further away. No, that takes it further away somehow. Salami Bandit? No. There's no way to, like... There's no, like... I need, like, red lines between the different people. Like, show their connections and stuff. Yeah, there's definitely something behind that. But we can't get at it. And I think there might be an item. Actually looking at that, because it's a sci-fi reference. Me and sexy aliens. And Rufus is a sci-fi fan.
Detective work isn't easy.
Under details.
The thing that bothered me in particular was to figure out the situation about the culprit. I was wondering who was... I had to consider that not all... I was sure they'd come to light at a later... I needed to work out what Fredersen has to do with all this.
How are they not all here? Like, I know it's an odd number, but there's no other blank spaces. The map's full up, except there is a box for the server room, but that's just a logo, like the computer or the briefcase in the boss's office. Freddy is being framed by Rufus because picked up surprise lunch? Trouble is, there's no way to get into that room. We've spoken to everyone about everything that I can think of. Like, there's nothing else we can do here.
It says server room. It's locked.
And I wonder if the key is in the boss man's office behind this panel here. In the safe or something. And I wonder if the only way we can get at that is by doing something here. Freddy picked up the wrong bag. Freddy has bad eyesight because he's wearing glasses. But is that important? No, it's not lunch. And it can't be the right bag, obviously. This is the bag that was picked up by accident. It does feel like it's a Rufus thing to do. I legitimately don't know what the go is here. I'm stuck, and it doesn't look like that's that complex a game, so I'm kind of embarrassed by that. Margaret is planning a surprise birthday party for Sophie. Check. Margaret, the sheep, works in customer service. Check. Rufus is the janitor, and Boris is the bus driver. The client, Laura, hired us because her lunch was stolen by an unknown co-worker. So is Freddy being framed by Rufus because the salami bandit picked up the wrong lunch? It's tough because, I mean, maybe I'm asking for too much, but it doesn't tell you what's wrong and what's right. Salami Bandit is being framed because of Freddy? Freddy can't be being framed by himself. I don't think any of these... It can't be... Sorry, it can't be Margaret. Margaret wouldn't frame Rufus, because I think they're an item. And Rufus doesn't seem like he's being framed for anything. Rufus doesn't like anyone but Margaret. Boris doesn't mind Freddy, and Freddy quite likes Boris. They talk on the bus. Laura dislikes Freddy, but likes Sophie. And doesn't mind the boss, but the boss hasn't given her a promotion. The boss doesn't like Boris the bus driver or Rufus the janitor, but can't get rid of Boris, and Rufus came with the office. But quite likes Laura because she does the work of 5 employees. Margaret doesn't seem to mind any of them. Sophie finds Boris boring, likes Laura. I can't remember what the other person we talked to her about was. Margaret. Oh, she's a gossip. We need to try and get at Margaret, but I don't know how. Unless I'm reading into it too much. Unless it is... It's not to do with the grammar. No, but that doesn't make sense. Rufus is being seen by Margaret because Freddy picked it. That doesn't make any sense. That, like, just as a sentence, it doesn't work.
What do you think of Sophie?
She doesn't have the easiest life, you know. She just had a terrible breakup with her ex. But don't tell anyone.
Is Margaret being framed by Sophie? Okay, so that changed that. Have you been looking up like a walkthrough or something? Hints available by closing your journal.
Detective
Yeah, the
work
hint.
isn't easy.
Is this the hint? Is this the hint system we're
The
talking
thing
about,
that
Mr.
bothered me
Detective?
in particular was to figure out the situation about the culprit. I had to consider. I was sure they'd come to light at a later. I needed to work out what Frederick.
I don't know what else I can look at. I mean, if you want to... If you can drop like a subtle hint, that would be pretty pog. But I feel like... What am I missing?
So, you.
Nope. But I always talk about you, so someone must have gotten the idea from me.
Is this your bag?
Huh? No, mine's over there.
The one with all the salami?
Yeah,
Why do you need so much salami?
it's not mine. It was just there. A really nice surprise.
Okay. Freddy picked up the wrong bag. I think that's... I think that's the case. The Salami Bandit? Being framed by Laura. No. The Salami Bandit is framing someone? Oh, it's his name twice.
It was as I thought. Freddy
I didn't
Fredersen was
think you could use
actually being framed.
Use it twice.
This office wasn't as boring as it
Thank you for the
looked.
hint. It wasn't as helpful as it probably should have been.
When Freddy took the bus back, and he went to pick up his luggage, he must have picked up the wrong bag.
Like, I knew that part.
This happened because there was another bag that's identical to his.
Yeah.
The bag that he picked up belonged to the Salami Bandit. This made him a target. And to get rid of Freddy, the Salami Bandit decided to frame him.
So I guess there is another character.
Everyone, it's time for you know what? Okay, get into position.
Why am I here?
I just texted her, so she should be here in a...
Huh? What's this?
No way. This is all for me?
Salami.
Huh? A letter? Oh.
Wait, is this Salami
Salami?
Bandit?
What a terrible present.
No, you silly idiot! The real present got stolen and switched for salami!
It's the salami bandit!
I saw an awful lot of high-grade salami in Fredrickson's bag.
And now there's no question who the perpetrator is. I've been telling you all along, we can't trust Frederson. By the end of the day, he'll be fired. Mark my words.
I think Laura might be involved in this.
Seems like a bit of an overreaction to a present being stolen. Or is there more to it?
Sophie. We know that's there. Nothing got stolen. You want to just like see if we can, excuse me, just Hail Mary it? I reckon Margaret probably gave the necklace, Laura the plushie, and the book. Rufus? And the letters got stolen. A bag got stolen. Okay. Well, let's talk to people. Let's do the let's play the game properly.
It'll be okay. You have the duck detective here to figure everything out.
That's me.
What can you possibly do? Leave me alone.
Okay, it didn't work out as well as I was hoping.
That's not nice. Who messes with someone's birthday?
Do you think she liked my present? I mean, now she's crying, but I think I saw a sparkle in her eyes when she opened mine. I should really get back to work.
It's a heart-shaped necklace. Looks tacky.
Oh wow. They're right there.
Someone gifted Sophie a plushie. It says limited edition.
Okay, this is actually Margaret, maybe, because she had the thing about sexy aliens. Sexy aliens want my number by Sulfur Serades. Maybe that's the password. Okay, here we go. Captain Brightbeak stared deeply into the aliens' eyes. There were 12 of them, and they were red. The eyes, not the aliens. The aliens were blue, and there were 43. All of them wore shiny metal armor, which shined like something shiny, made of curved metal. The lead alien stepped forward. Captain Brightbeak could tell it was the lead alien because it was the one which stepped forward. It was also the most beautiful, the only one with purple eyes. It made a noise that sounded a bit like talking. From a hole that looked a bit like a pretty lady's mouth. A translation device the captain had invented, word into action, translating the words into words he could understand. Hey, you look cute, the mechanical voice whispered into his ear. Can I get your number? 621 total pages. Is that a reference to E621?
Oh God. What did I just read?
Maybe. Salami bandit. Buongiorno, everyone. B is underlined, so is E. Edgelords? Hold on. Okay, what are we saying here? Quite unbelievable, I entered the office really easily, lol. Sayonara, edgelords.
I wonder what the purpose of that letter is.
Maybe it's the protester outside. There was a protester outside who was angry that the bus arrived late. Do you reckon I can get at this computer now? Okay, hold on. Clues. The aliens were blue, purple eyes, maybe? Purple eyed alien.
I cracked it. Let's see what secret she has on her computer.
Let's. Delete everything from Cutie. Three-hour delay, booked on the next bus. WestVPN.exe, secret case recipes. Never gonna give you up. Wave. We just got rickrolled, unfortunately. I didn't mean to rickroll you guys, but here it is. What else are we looking for? Today at 2:18. Hearts lovers.
Who is this person she's messaging?
I think it's this chap over here. Rufus. Can the OO please clean their desks? The operation officers, I think. In other words, Fredderson. Aha, what a dumb pen name. It's just his pen backwards. His name backwards. A mystery author.
You definitely don't want to be Laura's enemy.
You've got nothing but time.
This folder says Manual for CS Agents. How and when to create vouchers correctly. I'm falling asleep just reading the title.
Keep it together, Detective.
They really think I've done it! Duck Detective, you know it wasn't me, right?
Did you not think it was strange that your bag was full of salami?
I don't know. I thought someone gave me a salami surprise. I'll eat salami sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from now on.
Okay, well, you might want to think about that kind of stuff a bit more next time.
What do you think about this?
People don't know how to write letters by hand anymore.
Hello, Shadow, how you doing?
What's with the weird line breaks? So... what
That's
happens
alright.
to the-
We'll let it slide this one time. There are no ducks on the moon. Well, not yet.
Do you know anything about this letter?
Well, it's obviously a cheap prank by Fredderson.
Oh, okay. Is that...
Only he would find this funny.
What are you, like, recovering your truck? Or something like that? You've had a problem, or...? I better go behind her desk. No. Doesn't sound fun regardless. Okay, Sophie received... Okay, Margaret gave the book. That much we can say for sure. Boris gave the necklace because they like them. And the plushies got stolen? The necklace is there, the plushie is there. It has to be the... Can't be the cake, because the cake is still there too. Sophie received... Well, it's gotta be Sophie. Ooh, that's not a good day. Was it easy enough to deal with? Maybe Laura gave the necklace? Margaret gave the book for sure. Bearbus received a silly letter contained a silly message? It's definitely not silly. Oof. Okay, not fun. Salamis are being illegally stolen from Saskilia? Escargot. Hollandaise. Buses? I want to go home. I mean, yeah. That's because we haven't gotten all the clues yet. Because everyone's speaking to Boris. Mr. Petrovich. Ooh, what's this? Personal items worth less than 300 schmark. Allowed goods. Customer procedures. Customs. I'm doing alright. I'm tolerating going back to the office. Oh, they can only have 10 trombones, not 12. I'll show this to you both, actually. So I figured out what I want to do next week for the stream, because we've got this tonight, and in theory it fixes it. And in theory it finishes it tonight. We've got Forza on Friday, and then we've got Still Wakes the Deep on Saturday, which in theory we can finish in one stream. So then, after that, next week, I want to start this. Alan Wake. And I want to show it off because I'm really pleased with the promo image. That came out really well. I even made a point of putting the tail in. I'm sure you'd be pleased by that. And another game that I want to have a look at in the near future as well, only because it's got a very cool cover image, is Hitman as well. This was my Monday. I just spent some time making some promo images. I mean, these are basically just the game images, but with your boy's head on them. Like, this one is just my head on it. The Jalen Wakes one, I did put the torch hand, the gun hand, and the tail in. But otherwise, it's basically just a simple compositing job. Or simple enough. But I do really like them. They turned out very well. Yeah, actually, I should have a look at the new Doom games, shouldn't I?
What do they have against potatoes?
How you doing, Boris?
Maybe it was too romantic. Did Sophie ask about me?
No, sir.
I see. Maybe I should have gotten her something more expensive. Life's just not going so well right now.
Tell me.
I lost all my hockey bets too.
Not the hockey bets. More books, maybe? No. The Fox Slayer. Well, would I be the Fox Slayer though? Because wouldn't I be... Instead of Doom Guy, would I be Fox Guy maybe? I don't think I'd be the Fox Slayer. That doesn't sound right. It sounds like I'm slaying my own kind, you know? Margaret gave the book. That much we know for certain. Maybe Laura gave the plushie. Boris gave the necklace. And... letters? No. Necklaces? Okay, hold on. What about this one? Bear Bus received a scary letter that contained a scary salami. A scary letter. A scary present? No. There's an Alaskan Road Truckers game? That isn't, maybe it's Sophie. No. That isn't, Snow Truckers or Snow Runner? Okay, that's for sure letter. Not silly, is it? Scary letter that contained a silly message? A romantic message? No, definitely not that. Buses are being illegally... Necklaces? Oh, really? Because SnowRunner's pretty involved as it is. Wait, hold on. The customs. From the western border. That's Sicilica.
That explains all the high-grade salami. I just needed to find out who was behind this.
Okay, so we've got that figured out. Part of it done. I need to figure out this message. It was to everyone. Buongiorno, everyone. B-E is underlined there. Quite unbelievable, I entered the office really easily. Lol. Sayonara, edgelords. So that's Bear Bus, because it's everyone. It's definitely not nice. It looked really good. I'm not kidding when I say those headlights just look nice. I'm a sucker for those kind of segmented headlights. It was kind of a silly message, wasn't it? I mean, it's definitely a message. Not a book. It's not an X. Wasn't nice either. Yeah, you can find a lot of nice things on the workshop. It's just a matter of trying to find time to deploy them properly, you know? The plushie is limited edition. Maybe it was Boris. No. Maybe that's Margaret and this is Laura? No. That's Margaret and this is Laura. And books, bag. Okay. He got an update with some new body kits, right? I'm hanging out for the one that adds the superchargers and what have you. I think that's when I'm going to seriously kind of have another look at it. Because currently I'm just, not that fussed, you know? Ah! That's kind of better. I'm looking down a lot. That's just made it worse. That'll do. Yeah, it'd have to be something like that. Or like some overalls or whatever. I'd want to have a look at the campaign. I've said it before, but I've never played the campaign before. And that seems like a good excuse. Oh, excuse me. Particularly when they're talking about adding in like AI stuff. A scary letter that contained a silly message. Okay, let's try and get a hint.
Detective work isn't easy.
Under the details.
The thing that bothered me in particular was
Missing clue words.
have things changed in or outside? I have new evidence to intent. I need to make sure I'm not miss.
Yeah, I imagine, because I've never played with anything under like the 2000s. Do you know anything about the customs board?
I totally forgot about Sophie's birthday.
Okay, well Freddy didn't buy her anything.
Not a fan of all that high school drama. People just cry over everything these days.
Feel that, bro. Yeah, same. The furthest back I've gone is to the 60s, just to get that Mini Cooper body style.
I'm guessing you're ready to present legal evidence of Frederson's misconduct.
It wasn't Frederson.
Everything is pointing towards...
I will present the true culprits soon.
Well, I don't really care how this will be.
Okay, so Frederson is not popular. So where does the legally fit into this? I know Freddy didn't give them anything. We know that Laura saw her eyes light up when they received the gift. Yeah, I mean, 50s cars, particularly the American ones, are very iconic, right?
Do you think? I mean, now she's crying. I think I saw a sparkle in her eyes when she opened mine. I should really get back.
Can you tell me something about this letter?
Sophie won't even talk to me about it. I don't know what to do.
Oh. That's not nice. Who messes with someone's...
Someone gifted Sophie a plushie. It says limited edition. It's a heart-shaped necklace. Looks tacky.
Okay, I've already done that one. We've inspected this too. Well, the limited edition plushie is what's kind of getting me a bit confused. Because Laura, this lady over here, and Sophie, this lady over here, were quite friendly. So I think Laura gave her a plushie. Margaret's password is based off of this book about alien lovers. So I think that's her. And that makes me think that this is this bison outside, Boris Petrovich, who is quite in love with Sophia Winthmer. They do. And I do love how they are cardboard cutouts in a 3D environment, like some sort of Paper Mario kind of thing. It is really nice. But I do wonder if maybe Boris gave the plushie because it's limited edition, and Laura gave the necklace. But then we've got three things wrong now. So Boris gave the necklace, and Rufus wouldn't do anything. Freddy forgot, and letters, books, necklaces. So nothing works there. As in the answer, nothing. Maybe it was Laura. Maybe Margaret didn't get the book. Maybe it was Rufus, who also likes sci-fi.
So, nothing got stolen after all. It seemed that the salami present was intentional.
Interesting.
Oh.
That's not no. Who
Okay,
messes
nothing I
with...
can say to you. Maybe we'll check in with Fredison, the crocodile. Priorities.
Hey, Duck Detective, you know it wasn't me, right?
You'll just have...
It wasn't Sophie. Oh, it was Sophie. I mean, it wasn't addressed to Sophie, though.
Threats. I needed to find out why. The mystery of the salami bandit was
So Sophie the
Western
giraffe.
goods are prohibited from entering and being sold in the East. This is why the salami bandit decided to make a business out of buying high-grade salami in the West, smuggling it to the East, and selling it at a high profit. Also, for some reason, Sophie received a letter from the salami bandit that had a hidden, threatening message. This was serious. I had to question.
What was that highlighted? I didn't get time enough to look at it.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Well, everyone except for... Where is she?
Slacking off, playing on her computer phone, like usual.
She's having problems with her family. She was at her desk and said she needed a
I have made my deductions and drawn some serious conclusions.
Oh, finally! Is Freddy getting fired then?
Who is the murderer?
What? No one died!
I'm getting framed! I'm telling you!
What a load of baloney.
No, a lot of salami, actually.
He is right, actually. He is getting framed.
What? Why would anyone bother?
Ah, that is the question, isn't it? Why would anyone bother?
Get to the point.
It's through my observations that I uncovered a conspiracy.
This is ridiculous! Why are we still listening to a random doc that waddled into this office? I'm leaving.
I'm a certified private
That's awfully
investigator
rich
and-
coming from a fellow waddler.
It's okay. Just tell us what you know.
Salami is being smuggled from Salsiccia using your very own buses.
Huh? What's going on?
Okay, this is going too far. I really have more important things to do.
Now that is really scandalous. Does that mean we're losing our jobs?
Maybe.
We're really losing the audience here, huh?
Listen, everybody! It's really important that no one leaves the premises.
I need to get back to work.
Oh, everybody.
I'm still here, Mr. Duck Detective.
Yeah.
Freddy gets no respect from anyone. Oh, what's this over here? ATS, the band. Your parents still angry at you? you being, like, kidnapped?
This is cute. Why would she write like... Someone forgot their phone.
That's Sophie's phone, I reckon.
This is getting intense, isn't it? Maybe you could need a little help? You seem lonely. I could be your assistant. What do you want me to do? Decipher messages? Talk someone into telling us the truth? Follow people around? I'm pretty good at that.
Just stay here.
Like this?
Yup, you're doing great.
So great. Also, it's worth noting that in this universe, bread, at least for my character, is like crack.
Oh, who would hire me? Oh, maybe I can be a I always wanted to be a rich.
Thank you. Is there always a post-it note on this desk? Yeah. Finally. Looking for a job. We'll do anything. Buy my book. Throw bread to the fine beak of the Lady Justice. Oh, it's got a Blue Sky account. I wonder if that actually exists. At duckdetective.bluesky. Murder at the Beaver's Dam. Kidnapping and a kingpin? So all about the crimes.
Someone is clearly upset.
I reckon this is to do with Sophie's ex, who she's had a falling out with recently. Oh, this ain't good. Hold on. Sudden news.
What a drama. I should keep this as evidence.
Adding to the case file.
Did you read?
I did. Something's off. Something's...
What's different, sir?
She left? Just like this? Maybe she's at home. Should I look for her?
This is the note Sophie left. Can you tell me more about it?
It doesn't make sense at all that she'd just suddenly leave. She definitely needs the money. And she would have told me. I'm her friend. Sophie left. And she left a note on the desk.
Anymore, I'll tell them everything. Don't you block this number, click here to unblock it. So I think this is the X. That's my suspicion. Am I the asshole for expecting my co-workers to remember my birthday? I don't know if that's high expectations.
Can't believe she complained about this online.
Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of
It
that.
says it's locked.
It's still locked. Okay, what's this?
Let's... The last dialed number on this phone is 03051777.
What's good, Rufus?
Why would Laura recruit you to deal with the theft? Aren't there any other detectives who are actually qualified for the job?
I've been doing very well so far, if I do say so myself.
It's hard to say something like that and not come off as defensive or, like, petulant in some way.
The truth will be revealed in the end.
Excellent gambit by the janitor there to try and just make me look like an absolute punk.
Finally, Manfred is out of his office. Time to see what's behind his precious family portrait.
BS00BD. Customer service too?
It's a letter signed by L.
How many customer services are there? Because there's 2 that actually work here. Margaret and Laura, but there's 4 desks.
Have you seen...
No. I can't say it comes at a surprise. She never particularly enjoyed her job. It's difficult finding replacements nowadays, though. It's not really a detective's job to spin crazy conspiracy theories.
It's not crazy.
Sometimes the truth is pretty crazy.
Seems a bit cheap.
You're cheap. I haven't done a crossword in forever. Sophie got kidnapped because Salami Bandit wanted to go home. Leave. Store. Bring. No, it's definitely kidnapped. Oh, I'm missing something there. No, it's definitely something I should look at doing. That kind of brain training stuff, you know?
The 2 desks on this side look unused.
Ah, dear. What is BD? I mean, I keep forgetting things as well. As you may have noticed, I am terrible. Oh, just reposition. I'm terrible with names. Always have been and continue to be. I've done that. I've tried to put the milk in the cupboard and the chips in the fridge. All the time. So we've opened that up. But what does CS stand for? What does BD stand for? Oh, can we can show... What's her face? Margaret. The letter, probably.
What do you think of...
It's no surprise she's left, is it? Would you want to work with someone you've dated in the past?
Okay. So her ex works here.
What do you think of Sophie's resignation?
Oh? I guess Boris was overdoing it a bit with that present. I did tell him to cool off a bit. Why are people not listening to me? Are you writing another?
No.
I can be your ghostwriter.
Well, think.
I was thinking I should have somehow gotten like a fedora on and a trench coat and stuff, but
Why would Laura recruit you? Aren't there any other detectives?
okay, we've heard this before. Thank you. But not to be put down like that. CS00BD. CS is customer service. BD. Bus drivers? I think there are 4. An operations office, maybe? Yes. 2 customer service officers, 4 buses, and 1
Oh,
operations.
I always wanted to open a ridiculously big safe.
Let's see what secrets he has in here.
Keychain the server room key, hopefully. Dear Ingrid, I know I haven't been the... This looks similar penmanship, at least to the salami. But things are looking up. I would love to take you on a romantic holiday away to the Hollandies. Demand the employee of the month. TV in my room. Keep quiet about the things. Do all these things and nothing will happen to you. Oh yeah, I mean, that and have a secret room that you access through like pulling a book on the bookshelf, you know, and then it hinges open. The dream.
Awful lot of security for a branch manager of a bus company. Wait. Here it is. The key for the server room.
Okay, let's get in that server room. Because I reckon this Rufus character is up to something. There are over 1,000 ducks. That's a lot of ducks. I doubt that there's that many ducks. 1,000 ducks is a lot.
Let's see what's hidden in here.
What are you...
Secret detective business.
You stay out here. You're not a detective. I mean, doing it with the stethoscope, I just read the rest of that.
Blinking lights created
obviously
a
very cool.
claustrophobic atmosphere. I definitely felt that I wasn't supposed to be here. What's he keeping in all these boxes? I don't think it's meant to do this.
It's me. Breadcrumbs for shame. That's in the other one, the Tim Burton ones, right?
Has that been there the whole day?
Wait, did he write these books? You unused 100 Schmark voucher, now selling for 80. So he's selling vouchers on eBay. How to let eBay selling history. Camera 3 playback. So he saw that Freddy took the salami he was going to send.
What's up with these bear bus vouchers, huh? Honestly, this is nicer than my apartment.
I need to rewatch those ones, because I didn't really tweak to it at the time, but at the time that was made, that was a gritty reboot of Batman. In the same way that Batman Begins was then a gritty reboot of Batman
What are you
Begins.
doing in there? Snooping around, are we? That room is strictly off limits. I even put up posters.
This is for important detective work.
Huh?
Just wait for these ads to finish up first. I'll take a drink. Oh, we're getting to the end. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. A subtle pop of the bottle top. Because Rufus wanted to... Because Sophie wanted to snitch.
Sophie got kidnapped. There must be more to this.
More business. Rufus blackmailed Sophie. Stay quiet about Rufus illegally importing salamis. Margaret provides the vouchers to Rufus. Rufus blackmailed Manfred. Stay quiet about Rufus illegally... Or is it Margaret, perhaps? No. I doubt it's Sophie. So it's gotta be Rufus. It's not legally, right? No, it's illegally. Legally dating? Friends? Enemies. I'm illegally dating my enemy. Okay, that's not it. Legally dating salamis. Oh, selling vouchers. Margaret is the one that provides the vouchers to Rufus. Rufus blackmailed Manfred. I think that's probably the case. Oh wait, did Manfred dated Sophie? Okay, that's really wrong. That's big red. Rufus dated. Margaret dated? No, Rufus dated. Rufus... helped? Door. No, blackmailed, I think. Because, okay, he's selling it there. He's clearly watching the camera, so he was expecting to pick up the bag that our boy Freddy picked up. is my suspicion. Okay, keep quiet about the thing. So Manfred is definitely being blackmailed. And I think it's about. I think it's Rufus that's doing the blackmailing. Salami Bandit? No, I think it's Margaret because we've got this here. Delete everything from Cutie with the alien logo. And if we remember correctly, a lot of alien logos in Rufus's shack. In the thing. Yeah, it is a bit. I've not really played many point and click games actually. Potato. Ah. Just a matter of like framing this correctly. Illegally importing salamis. Gotta be that, right? Legally importing enemies. Friends? That's definitely Margaret. Because on her computer, it's got the things open there. Vouchers for CS agents. So it looks like something that they would use. Oh man. Not kidding. Yeah, it's a nice touch. This is one thing that I was dreading when I realized I would have face tracking. I always knew it, but I didn't consciously recognize that I would have face tracking and therefore expose my yawning for the world to see. It's already bad enough that I yawn on mic. Now I'm yawning on camera. Salami Bandit is the one that provides salamis. Almost certain it's vouchers. About Rufus. Oh, there we go. Nailed it.
So this is what Rufus and Margaret were doing with the vouchers.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting. I need to play around with it because the when I open up the mouth to yawn, like that, it just doesn't look right, does it?
This wasn't what I was here for. I needed to catch the Salami Bandit.
Glad to see that you're still around.
I
Trying to
quickly
get
needed to
crushed
find
too
out
badly.
where Sophie was being kept. I also couldn't let the Salami Bandit get away with this. It was finally time to find out who was behind everything.
Sophie is at Rufus's home in Rufus is under. Okay, let's go talk to some fools.
Maybe I should. It can't be that.
Rude. Yeah, survive. Inadequate. Man, thank you for popping in.
Why would Laura recruit? Aren't there any?
The truth. Huh?
Oh, that was useful. Manfred's home. Under a box. Came in just to say hi. Give you a hug and then head on out. He's a good bean, is that inadequate?
What do you want me to do?
Just,
Like this?
yep, you're doing great.
I was hoping for some more help. Sophie is at Little Army Bandits station office. Hold on, let's try this.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was I need to carefully I've been finding a lot. I should compare them to other things around.
I didn't notice this down here. Rufus is the slimy bandit because Freddy and here's all her bag I didn't Boris. Rufus. Because Salami Bandit and are identical. The Salami Bandit is the Salami Bandit. I think it's Freddy. It's like, that just makes sense to me. Let's check some more clues. Do some more investigation. Wait, is Manfred the... That's not Freddy's bag, is it? Might be. There's no exclamation mark, so I think we've talked to everyone we can.
Manfred is the salami bandit. That makes a lot of sense. Ironic that his handwritten note meant to frame Fredersen ended up incriminating Manfred instead.
At Manfred's office? Under a bus. In a bus? That I don't know. In a fight? Because over on the phone, we got this from who I'm assuming is Sophie.
Detective work isn't easy.
I don't know. I had a school teacher actually who was a private detective.
The thing that bothered me in particular was, where is Sophie? I need to consider who kidnapped her to figure out the location. More specifically, I should check if I can find any changes in the office environment.
Okay, well, let's do that. Check here, guys. Not Freddy, is it? He didn't leave, so I don't know how he could have kidnapped. I could do like the shady photography stuff, I think, quite well.
Does this mean I'll never...
Sophie's parents are off. I wonder if that's what made her run away.
But I don't know if I could... I don't know if I could put the pieces together, you know? Missed anything around here? Go to the car park real quick, see if there's anything out there. I think I'd be good at finding the details. I don't know if I'd be good at like finding the clues. I don't know if I'd be good at putting the clues together. Done that already.
Look what you've Now everyone is dilly-dallying around.
Was that different before?
Got him. It looks like there's anything different out here. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're a private investigator, you have to have some sort of board, right? Be it a cork board or a white board with like the red thread going here, there, and everywhere in between. So in... I think I'd be fine enough for that as well. But I mean, that's easy to say now, right? In a cake? I don't think so. Okay, so it's definitely office. definitely in.
Oh my God! That's where she is being kept! It's important that I stayed calm now. I couldn't alert the culprit, or all of this will have been for nothing. I needed to first figure out who is behind everything, so I could confront them. Something was missing. Who else was involved with this? I had collected everything I needed. I just had to organize my thoughts.
The hardest part, as we've just discussed. Manfred is the Salami's bandits. Oh, okay, hold on. Rufus is the Salami bandit's accomplice because the Salami bandit needed someone who could easily carry out selling of the salamis? Boris importing. Nailed it.
The Salami bandit wasn't working alone.
Almost the entire company was in on
Made
this
sense for the
importation of
bus
salami.
driver to be involved.
Infatuation. It's the Salami bandits because she used to date. And the Salami bandit needed someone who could convince into helping. I think it's Margaret, accomplice Manfred. Rufus? No, I think that's Manfred. No, that's Rufus then. I don't know. I mean, I've never really... I've played a little bit way back when. Probably... Gee, when? Probably 10 years ago, like around the time I finished school, give or take. Played a little bit of Borderlands 1, but I've never played any of the other ones. I mean, I haven't heard great things about it. Enemy? Okay, X is the Salami Bandit's Y because he or she used to Z the Salami Bandit, and the Salami Bandit needed someone who could A into B. Okay. So, Boris is the Salami Bandit accomplice. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's particularly interesting to me coming out. The new Alien film could be good. Alien Romulus. I heard good things about the new horror film Longlegs. Apparently that's quite good, but I don't know if that's something I'd want to watch in a theater, or if it would be something I'd want to watch at home with the lights on and all of the curtains open at like 10 a.m. Followed by like as many of the Looney Tunes cartoons as are on YouTube. I think Margaret is the Salami Bandit's lover because he or she used to date Manfred. Helping? Yeah, palate cleanser, because
detective work
from what I've heard, it's
easy.
quite quite
The thing that
the horror
bothered me in
film.
particular was who else isn't. I need to consider this. I should question them about their thoughts on. Another thing would be the There are 3 main reasons for someone to commit a crime. It's always about love, money, or revenge.
I knew that wasn't. I knew that was on the horizon, but I didn't know it was then. Shadows turning up in this one, right? This is something I probably should have asked earlier, but is Shadow the Hedgehog at all involved with the naming of your Sona? Sophie's a Salami Bandit's accomplice. Because he or she used to date Rufus? And Banner needed to convince date Manfred. Nope, that doesn't work. That's definitely Rufus. That's Manfred. Yeah, it's not that. He or she used to date Boris, and the Slimy Bandit needed someone who could convince Rufus into helping. Snitching. Stalking. Laura into helping? No, it would be Margaret, wouldn't it? I'm trying to think. Oh, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's basically the same as my name, right? I made the name because I needed a game profile for the first time, as you know, and bada bing, bada boom. Here we are. Sophie is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because he or she used to date Boris, and the Salami Bandit needed someone who could convince Boris into helping.
I couldn't believe Sophie managed to talk Boris into this. Aha! I had it all figured out now. It was time that I confront the culprit. But first, I had to free Sophie.
Oh. Sophie! What happened?
Still on her phone.
What's going on out here?
Why is everyone yelling?
This looks dramatic.
It's kind of a long story.
And guess who deduced said long story? The one and only Duck Detective.
There's gotta be other Duck Detectives, right?
Read the room.
This is how everything went down. The Britzel Bearbus branch was suffering losses and had their budget cut as a result. Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first. And then, Boris would take a detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This is why the buses always had a huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team.
Oh,
Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan. Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me, infiltrated the office. Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat for the crime, but I'm not fooled that easily. Sophie began getting cold feet and ultimately wanted to confess to the police. Manfred couldn't have this, so he interfered. In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses. And this is why Manfred stole Laura's lunch!
What?
Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty? Manfred, Sophie, and Boris are all involved in the smuggling. Who should get arrested for their crimes? Manfred was the mastermind behind everything.
Well, sounds like that one.
Should Manfred get arrested? He is the reason this all started in the first place. Of course he should be arrested. What about Sophie? Without her, the smuggling wouldn't have been possible. She manipulated poor Boris into taking the salami across the border.
Yeah. Oh, but one more thing.
Should Sophie get arrested?
Should Sophie get arrested? I feel like no. But I don't know if she was manipulated. Boris shouldn't, because he was manipulated, I think. But I don't know about Sophie. Sophie I'm not sure about. I'm gonna say no.
Manfred clearly was the one who gave the instruction. Sophie was naive to follow along, but I don't believe she is truly liable. Boris was at the end of the chain. Had he refused to take the salami, should Boris get arrested?
No, definitely.
He didn't even realize what was happening. I don't think this is a basis for arresting someone. All right, I've made up my mind. I will report to the state police. Manfred!
And I do it again! Anything to secure my family's well-being.
I'm not sure grand-scale salami smuggling was necessary for that.
How else was I going to cope with all the budget cuts? If anyone actually worked in this office, we wouldn't have such terrible performance in the first place!
Hey! I work!
Yes, and then you keep asking for promotions. How am I going to give anyone a promotion?
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for these meddling ducks.
If we have people baking cakes during working hours? And while we're at it, Rufus! How dare you embezzle money from the company? And then threaten me!
Rufus said we're only doing that until his book takes off. And then I'll play the lead alien in the movie adaptation!
Look who's going to jail now, Manfred. Not me, that's for sure.
I stand by what I said. I regret nothing.
Wow, you really did quack the case, Mr. Duck Detective. You're just as cool as I imagined.
What now, Fredderson?
Crack the case. Mr. Fredderson, this is a serious business.
The truth is an ugly mistress. But it is my duty.
Oh, looks like I should have arrested
to
Sophie,
throw
given her
Fred to
reaction in the background
fire
there.
beak of Lady Justice.
was in the minority for both Sophie and Boris. Interesting. I could see Sophie, but Boris? Really? Ducks are excellent skateboarders. I didn't know that. Thank you. Well, Savvilov Petrov, you did a fantastic job on the music. Owen Chiplock. Brian David Gilbert. Why does that sound familiar?
Oh, crap. I completely forgot to collect my payment from Laura. Everybody already went home. How am I going to pay for the bus? Guess I'm walking home.
Ahem. Need a ride? I just booked this one. It's been such a long day after all.
No, thank you.
Come on, it'll be fun! Plus, you must be tired after all the detective work.
I really don't.
Please?
Yeah, fine.
Great! Now I finally have time to tell you all about my ideas for your social media.
Please don't.
I could get you tons of publicity.
No.
And imagine, we can team up.
Absolutely not.
And I could be your sidekick.
The art was so beautiful in that game. What was the other one? Brian David Gilbert. Oh, that guy. The guy who did all those Polygon videos and stuff. I really enjoyed. Oh, excuse me. I really enjoyed that game. It was short, it was sweet, but it was really good. And the art style was fantastic. But, alas, we've come to an end. It is almost 11:30, so I really should be thinking about bedtime. Let's throw you at Rinsomniac, who is currently playing some Forza Horizon 5. Why not? You have a good day. Hopefully it's not going to be much more recovery stuff for you. Thank you for joining me, everyone. If you like what you see, please, of course, drop a follow. And if you want to keep up to date with the stream, check out my Twitter, Blue Sky, or Threads. And have a look at my Instagram, TikTok, or Clip Manager YouTube page. And, of course, like any self-respecting streamer, we have a Discord. Now, as I advertised before, we will be looking at... what were we looking at? Forza Horizon 5 on Friday. Then we'll be looking at Still Wakes the Deep on Saturday, a horror game of sorts. And next week, all things being equal, we will be looking at Alan Wake Remastered, which I'm very much looking forward to. I like to try and replay that about once a year, and it's been a while since then. So, I'm looking forward to playing it again. And then, eventually, Alan Wake 2, which I've only heard good things about. And it's not long till the spooky month, actually, so I might play it then. But until Friday, I hope you have a good rest of your week. Let's go say hi to Insomniac. Yeah. God bless. Goodbye.
Hit the hiccup. I knew it! I knew it! I knew Commander Zhao was gonna join. Was gonna raid me. Commander Zhao! Thank you so much for the raid! Oh goodness. Hold on.